So it's day 7 of the Corona mandatory quarantine over here in Europe. And to be honest, it's been a really rough week. My mind has been racing with all these fears, worries about my job and my retirement and, do I have enough toilet paper? Do I have enough food? And, when is this ever going to end? And will it even end? And then I had this amazing mindset shift that totally changed things for me and allowed me to reset these fears and get back to my normal sense of inner peace. So in this video, I'll be sharing with you the 2 key parts of that mindset shift so you can have your own mindset shift to really let go of your own fears during this time of stay at home or quarantine time, whatever you'd like to call it. So the first part of this was realizing that these fears, these weren't physical fears, like my car is sliding out of control towards a telephone pole, which is something right here, right now. They were mental fears. And in mental fears, they're not about right here, right now. They're projections into the future. It's about things that might happen or things that could happen. And in that way, fear is actually a 4-letter acronym for future events appearing real. Fear. Future events appearing real. And so that first part of this mindset shift is realizing that our mind are not helping us in this moment. That during these times of uncertainty and complexity, that our minds are just making up stories. And these stories are filled with just magnifications of our fears and our our insecurities. For example, if your boss emails you 4 little words and says, "We need to meet," most of us have this big reaction. We go, "Oh, what did I do wrong?" And, am I in trouble? Or if you're at the store and you lose your child, you start thinking, something's wrong, like, where's my child? Some child molester must have got him. He's in the back of a van somewhere. And we get all panicked. That's how our mind works. So the important part was realizing that this is just our mind creating stories and running away with it. And so what do we do about that? The good news is that this is a realization that Corona is not the problem. What's happening around us is not the problem. The problem is within ourselves. And that's good news, because ultimately, which one do you have more power to change? Corona and the whole world around us, or here? This thing, these 6 inches between our ears. And so that's good news. So second part of the mindset shift is realizing that, and this is a concrete actionable step, is shifting from a future orientation to a present orientation. So ask yourself this key question: what of my needs are not being met right here, right now? And when we do that, we shift from, a what if, this kind of mental game of playing what if, to what is. What if my needs aren't being met right here, right now? So, is my family healthy right now? Do I have enough money to pay my bills right now? Do I have enough toilet paper and food right now? And so if my child becomes sick, or if I start running out of money, then that's a problem that I can solve and I can wrestle with it. But if the problem hasn't appeared yet, it's a projection into the future, and you can't wrestle with a projection into the future. That's like trying to wrestle with a ghost. You're going to lose every time. So I'm not saying to bury your head in the sand and go, la, 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 what COVID-19? Not at all. I'm saying, I'm inviting you to focus less on what might happen, on more on what is happening. So prepare, take appropriate action, safeguard the health of you and your family. I know I am. But then follow the ancient Taoist wisdom put forward by Lao Tzu 2,600 years ago. And he said, do your work, then step back. This is the only path to serenity. So here, that's what I am doing right here on day 7 on this lockdown. I'm taking that step back with my family. I've worked hard to make sure that we have food, we have toilet paper, our bills are paid, and now we're outside here in nature on this beautiful sunny day because the sun is shining, and that's rare where we live right now. And I can't think of a better way to spend the afternoon. So let me know how things are going for you. Hit me up with a message, like this video on my YouTube channel if you want to see more, and let's go through this difficult time together.